Today, we're gonna talk about the Bushpig. Somebody got a new tool. So it's a Bushpig. And I know what you're thinking. So imagine if you could cross a shovel and a bar together. Take the two, they merge into one. That's what you get. You get a Bushpig. That's what happens when those two merge. Also known as a beater. I think that's what we're gonna call this thing, is a beater. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Five, 10.
Easily twice as heavy, but I don't know.
I'm thinking in this corner, the flat shovel's coming in at a whopping like 4 pounds. In this corner, the Bushpig. Yes, there we go. That, nailed it. The Bushpig came in at like a whopping 7.5, 8 pounds. Notice that they are actually pretty comparable in height. Not in width. We have a similar version. We have the strain right version of ours called the Ace of Spades, and they come with like a handle at the top. They come with a straight handle, so you can use this for your breast block if you're doing an ag fence for that brace rail. Or I'm going to show you how I'm going to apply the use of this in a vinyl fence. You would think you should only be using this in like an ag fence, and that's not true. So we're in an alley. We have our vinyl post, and we need to put this rail in. But as you can see, there's a hump in the ground here. So these posts are too low, the ground's too high. The ground needs to go down so we can insert this rail. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Typically, normally what I do is I go get my flat shovel and a digging bar and start just going to town, chiseling all that dirt out of there. With this, I don't have to have two things. I can just carry around one. So I could paint a line on here, but I don't want to get paint on my rail. So I'm just kind of guessing where it's going. You see how that thing just slices right on through it? Doesn't take as much effort because this thing is heavier than a shovel. It's got some more mass to it. That, and right here, you know, on this side, it's got a thicker chunk of steel. Ta-da! All right, let's look at these two things. This is wider. I mean, sure, you can really put your whole boot on that thing. Wood handle. This is just like your average steel. I don't know what gauge it is. This is shovel grade steel. Nice metal handle, so you could really go to town on this thing. You could really reef on something. I'm thinking also a good pry bar for rocks, but also, you know, a good 3/16 solid steel right there with a nice blade on it. So if you start dinging that up, you can grind that off, sharpen that back up again. So can I do it with a shovel? Yes. I like that better though. It's a little bit easier. If this ground wasn't as wet as it is, it'd be a little bit harder. Some of that nice clay farm ground. So the shovel did work, but I felt it was a little bit easier with the beater. Like I said, you know, it's the same concept. It's a shovel and a bar cross combination. I think I was really excited to show it to you because I was sitting there wondering what the heck I was going to use it for. And as the days go on, I just developed more uses I could use it for. If you got to scrape ice off your driveway, you could also use it to scrape the frost off your wife's car. Not my truck, but maybe your wife's car, girlfriend's car, whatever, boss's car. You know, a boot scraper right there. You could use it to scrape all the mud off your boots before you get in your truck. I'm thinking also a good pry bar for rocks. You could also use this thing as a root chopper. One more use, hold on, let's see here. I thought of another one already. apple. Spit shine that up just a little bit. She always cuts the apples and slices them for me, so I figured I'd just go ahead and do the same concept. Look at that. There's another use right there. I didn't even have to break out a butter knife or a knife. I bet I could use this thing to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There you have it. There's the bush pig. You have a good dang day.